Hello everyone, welcome back to Lab4crypto. Today's video is going to be about altcoin season. I already made two videos about it and I explain why we are not in an altcoin season now and why it's important for you to prepare in the summer for the altcoin season, because I definitely understand why most of you guys are interested in altcoin season, because in a full steam bull run you will find altcoins do multiple X's, which they can bring you life-changing capital. But if you do not understand how the market works, how the altcoin market works especially, you are going to lose a lot of your capital, because Bitcoin now and hopefully Ethereum in a bit when the ETFs are going to be tradable, because they are institutional grade now, the dynamics for these two assets is different than the altcoin market. And I'm going to explain you with simple diagrams why we are not in an altcoin season, how you can identify when we are in an altcoin market. And I think after this message, all the graphs and models that I have shown in these two videos that you'll find many people quoting in Twitter, you will be able to get it with only these two diagrams that I made and just one graph with the total crypto market cap. Let's dive in to the graphs and the diagrams that I made. And it's going to be, I think, one of the most important videos that you are going to see lately to help you prepare for the altcoin season. Let's dive in. Let us first understand who is the driver of the altcoin market. Because if you believe that your favorite altcoin is going to pump, you need to understand who is bringing that money to the table. And if we go to the coin market cap, you will find a list of all cryptocurrencies. First is going to be Bitcoin, second is going to be Ethereum, and that list is sorted based on market cap. And just to remove that out of the table, institutions are going to accumulate only Bitcoin and ETH because there is a regulatory clarity. So your favorite altcoin that is in for whatever page here is not going to be accumulated for institutions, but maybe it's going to be accumulated by hedge funds. But let's understand how hedge funds work. A hedge fund is paid when they make profit, and they make profit usually when they sell an asset, let's say, and to be able to sell that asset, they need to have liquidity. So a hedge fund is only going to accumulate an asset which has, let's say, a market cap, a decent market cap, if they feel they are not in a risk of liquidity. And what that means, a hedge fund manager is going to accumulate an asset if there is a possibility for him or her to enter or exit the market fast so he can realize the gains. And if you go, for example, to a coin which has 178 million market cap, which from that market cap, only a fraction of it is liquid, because remember, not all assets, tokens, or coins are in an exchange or centralized or decentralized, so they are not all available for trading. That means the hedge fund manager will avoid these coins because he or she puts themselves in a liquidity risk. And let's have a look on that diagram to understand liquidity. Imagine these are glasses, which they have water inside, which represents the liquidity. And a hedge fund manager, he will only, let's say, accumulate an asset if he can put and remove easily water from this glass. Therefore, the higher market cap coins are much more easier for them to enter and exit the market easily. But if you go to an asset that has a really low liquidity, they are going to avoid it because they cannot exit the market fast. With the meme frenzy now, you'll tell me, but many friends of mine, they have made some money in altcoins recently. And an easy way for us to understand who was the driver of that gains, we can go and check the total crypto market cap. And if you zoom, you will see that the total crypto market cap has not changed. The total crypto market cap is the circulating supply of an asset multiple its price. And if we want to get the total, we just sum the market cap of all that coins to get the total market cap. So if you make gains, let's say BNB, for example, made and whatever number, let's say 200% gain today, and ADA lost 200%, that means the total crypto market cap is going to be steady. It's not going to change because I removed some capital from one asset and brought it to another asset. Therefore, when you see your favorite meme coin pump, that means someone brought capital from, for example, Doji, brought it to Bebe, and vice versa. And basically, where people are exchanging between them these coins, and that is why you don't see new liquidity into the market. So in short, you see people buying or selling some coins between them, and there is no new liquidity that is going to bring us to new highs like 2021. And when you see this blue line goes up, that means there is new capital, new liquidity into the market, and that is why the total crypto market cap increases. Now that we remove that out of the equation, let's go and understand how we will be able to see this increase in the altcoin market. For Bitcoin and Ethereum, as I said, is a different story because they become institution assets, which means an institution can come tomorrow and accumulate a very large amount of BTC or Ethereum because they are now allowed to put it in their balance sheet. But let's focus now on your medium to low market cap coin. And if we see this diagram, we're going to understand who is going to bring it and when. Imagine that Bob was paying $1,000 per month for his mortgage. And the reason that I'm showing you the interest rates, I'm sure that many times you saw the market moving because of interest rates and what Fed have done. They kept the interest rates steady. Did they are going to start the rate cuts? And I have made a plot which it can help you understand what Bitcoin did in the last rate cut that we had in 2019. But anyway, let's focus now on the driver of the altcoin market, and then I'm going to touch on that graph. Imagine that Bob, before the increase of interest rates, so if we're going to see this graph, when the interest rates were low, 0.25 for example, he went and got a mortgage for his house and he was paying $1,000 per month. Now that the interests are at 5.5 because possibly his mortgage was variable, let's go to the graph. Now the monthly dose of Bob to his bank went to $2,000 per month. That means when the rate cuts occur, and actually the end of the rate cuts, the bank is going to reduce again the interest rate, and the monthly payment for Bob to his bank is going to be again $1,000 per month. That 1,000 per month that it was released because the mortgage is going to drop, people are going to be able to invest in their favorite asset, whatever that asset is. And that is why you see people saying, okay, we want quantitative easing, we want liquidity into the market. And of course, because we have the election, they're going to pump the market with many ways. And many times you'll see the saying the money printing is going to start, and because of the huge debt that the US has and all that. But as I said, this video is going to be very simple. I have other videos which I explain that in more detail. But for you, what you can get from this drawing is that the average Bob, me and you, for example, when we are going to have this amount released per month from our mortgage, this amount now from our household could be invested to whatever asset we want and be able to start investing and improving our portfolio. But for now, because we have to pay that amount to the bank, our hands are tied. And that is why you see the total crypto market cap not growing actually, is very steady, because we want this new liquidity into the market. If we go to this post that I made on Twitter, in 2029, when the rate cut started, because the market is not sure that the Fed managed to tame inflation and they have not broken the economy, you'll see Bitcoin in 2029 dropping until they reach the end of the rate cuts, and then you'll see this amazing increase in valuation. So that is why you saw this dip recently. I don't think that the dip is going to be the same like in 2019 because we had also the COVID crash. And that is why I'm telling to the people that summer months are crucial, because as we see this dip and we approach the rate cuts, you need to find your favorite altcoins, the ones that you study and research and you saw that you're happy with their risk, because do not forget they are risky assets. And using your intuition, you are going to accumulate them and prepare for this run. And you need to prepare before actually everyone comes into the market. Therefore, you need tools like, for example, our platform if you want to have a look. But of course, you can use any platform which has all this information to help you find your favorite altcoins, manage your risk every day, and be able to get ready for this upside. Let me have a look. Yeah, this one. So for me, there is no chance for an altcoin season in this stage of the market until I see the end of the rate cuts. But this, if you see from 2019, it was the best region to accumulate your favorite altcoin. As a year later, Bitcoin, for example, went from 4K to 69K. And imagine what happened to your favorite altcoin. It was much more. But the main idea is to manage your risk, DCA in this region, but do it properly. Do not start to FOMO into your favorite altcoin because you believe that the rate cut is because the Fed are going to cut really fast, for example. Wait for the data. Imagine that we are in this stage now. We have this downside. I don't think it's going to be that deep, but you need to prepare and monitor the data every day and be able to accumulate what you want to accumulate. As I many times say, that is not a financial advice. This is my opinion using the data. So have a look on the data and be prepared for this amazing year that we are going to have ahead, because I believe it's going to be a very good one, because we have the US elections, we have the quantitative easing, the rate cuts, which are some macroeconomic factors that do not align every time. And when you have them aligned, that usually leads to an amazing year ahead that you need to be prepared. I hope I explain who is the driver of the altcoin market and what you can do to prepare. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. And until next time, bye-bye.